What if I told you that every single thing that you need to be able to go backpacking for your entire kit, which is your stove, your sleep system, your cook system, all the way down to your toothbrush, can be bought on Amazon for less than $600. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what is in this kit that I have built on Amazon and if I think it's worth taking on the trail or not. Hey everybody, Backpacker Luke here, and what we are going to be doing today is trying to create a backpacking kit on Amazon, one that allows you to get out on the trail for your first time or whatever it is, for something that doesn't actually break the bank. So essentially the rules for this video and for this backpacking kit is that everything has to be able to be bought on Amazon, and I'm going to show you the exact price of everything and whatever else, and it's going to be less than $600, but basically it has to be bought on Amazon, no boutique items or websites, no cottage companies, nothing like that. So if you can't find it on Amazon, it doesn't go on this kit. Now what I'm really going for here is something that is affordable, but also is something that you could use on the trail. So there are going to be things that you're going to see in this video that it looks like it's probably not the best option overall, but it is the best option for the budget and for the weight and for its usability. All of that sort of packed into one thing. So as we're making this video, just understand that there's going to be times I'm going to pick items that you're like, wow, I really probably want to pick that for myself, but it all sort of comes together to make this kit for under $600 for you on Amazon. Number one is your tent, which for me, I picked the Nightcat one-person tent. One of the reasons that I picked it is that it is actually just a very, very budget tent as far as tents go. So I thought that was a really good choice. And it's also waterproof, pretty durable. It's a good like 2 or 3 season tent. And while it is not a completely freestanding tent, it is not a trekking pole tent. So it does have poles that come with it. So everything you need for that tent is already included. And it's actually not a bad choice for what you pay and the weight and all of those sorts of things kind of added together. The next item is your sleeping pad. So for this one, I picked the Climate Static V sleeping pad. Once again, as we're looking at all this kind of stuff, it's just gonna be what the best budget option is, and the budget, the price of it versus the weight and the durability and the kind of product reviews of it. So the Climate Static V is what I picked for my sleeping pad. Really quick disclaimer here is that all of these items I haven't personally purchased and tested out myself, but when you look at the reviews of them on Amazon and when you look at the price of them versus the weight and all of these things that we're kind of comparing, they do seem like really good options. So some of these items I do personally own and or I have tested them out. All of that, but some of these items I also haven't. So I am going off of reviews for some of them and also just my knowledge for 15 years of backpacking, kind of going into this and looking at things that I know what to look for in an item when I'm choosing them for backpacking. So just so you know, I haven't personally tested out each of these items. I wish I could just buy everything and then test it out on the trail, but that would just not work for me. So I can't actually test out every single item on this list. So I just want to give you a full disclaimer on that one. I haven't personally tested out all of these items. Some of them I have, and the ones that I have personally used and really enjoy, I will mention in the video. So the next item is your sleeping bag. For me, I chose the Bestport Mummy 15-degree style bag. One of the reasons I chose this is because I really think the Mummy style is really important when you're looking at sleeping bags. Don't get the rectangular ones. It has a really good price point for it, and it also is a pretty warm bag for the cost. So your cost to warmth, your R value ratio is actually really good for this bag. So that's why I picked it. Next was the backpack, which is one of your big 3, and it's obviously really important to get this one right. So I'm going to put a little disclaimer on this one is that if you get this bag or if you think this bag isn't going to fit you well, get a different bag. Try to find one that's still a good budget option, but get a different bag because your backpack is one of those items that you really don't want to not fit you well when you're out on the trail. It's going to cause you a lot of back issues. It's going to be really uncomfortable, and it's one of those things that's going to pay kind of negative dividends in the long run if you are out on the trail for 3 or 5 or 6 or 12 days or whatever it is. A poorly fitting backpack and one that doesn't fit you very well is really going to kick back on you in a bad way. So if this one doesn't work for you, get a different bag. I'm just going to put that out there. All that to say, the backpack that I chose for this kit for this video was the Teton Sport 65-liter bag. There's a couple of reasons I picked it. Good reviews, notwithstanding. It also has a fair amount of pouches on it, so it has some nice versatility. It has a built-in rain cover, which I don't always appreciate, but it is kind of nice to have it as an option, I guess. And then it also is a 65-liter bag, so you're going to be able to pack pretty much anything you need to in it. It's going to have extra room for you for a 2-day or a 5-day or 12-day kind of trip. So it gives you enough room to work with. And also, finally, it is very adjustable. So no matter what size you are, you can probably adjust it to fit you well. But once again, if it doesn't fit you well, go to a different bag. I don't want you to pick this bag and not fit well. So pick a bag that works well for you, but this is the one I picked for this video. The next one is your cook system. So I chose the FIREMAPLE all-in-one cook kit. This is one of those items that I actually own, and I've done a review on it and I really enjoy it. So if you want to watch that video, go ahead. I'll leave a link in the description and all that kind of stuff for you. But the FIREMAPLE all-in-one cook kit, it does everything you need to. It's going to be your cook system. It's going to be your cup that you eat from and drink from. It's going to be your windscreen. It's basically an all-in-one contained environment. So I really appreciate it. It's a really good price point, and its operation is really nice. It has a built-in igniter, so you don't have to worry about carrying a lighter or anything like that. So all in all, FIREMAPLE all-in-one cook kit is the one that I picked for your stove system and your cook kit, because I think it's really the way to go. Along with that, because I want to make sure that I'm outfitting you for this price point for everything you would need as best as I could do, I also included a canister stove as part of the purchase and part of that kind of price point. So I also picked a 4-pack of canister stoves that you could order with this on Amazon to make sure you have fuel for your stove. So that too. The next one is your water filtration, and this is another one that I personally own and use on the trail all the time, which is the Sawyer Mini Water Filter. Really great water filter, very, very lightweight, very durable, very easy to use, no moving parts, so it's never gonna break on you. It has, I have to recall, but it has a lot of water filtration through it until it kind of is unable to filter water anymore. So it's a really great option, no matter what, even whether you're building a really expensive kit or just a very budget kit. The Sawyer Mini Water Filter is actually on the top of my list anyway. So that's definitely in this one as well. The next one is the platypus kind of squeezable, foldable, rollable, whatever water bottles that go with it, or that I always put with it, I guess I should say. So bring as many of those as you want to. Always carry at least 2 liters of water on you. And then I usually try to carry a 1/3 liter water bottle that I don't always have full, but I always have it with me as an option. So when I'm making camp, I can use it, or if I'm going in what I know is going to be an area where I'm not going to be able to filter water a lot, I'll bring a 1/3 liter of filter water with me, that kind of stuff. But yeah, so platypus water bottles. The next one is about hygiene and health essentials. So there's a kind of a list here that I'll just run through really fast, and I'll have the prices and things up on the screen here for you, because it's kind of pointless to go through them in detail, but you get the point. And of course, you kind of know you can buy these things on Amazon, but I just wanted to make sure that you saw what I was listing out as part of this $600 kit. So you have your toothbrush, you have your toothpaste, you have deodorant, you have lip balm and sunscreen, and also your first aid kit. First aid kit is one of those things that I would say make sure that you're also carrying what you need, not just what is said. What I mean by that is I usually try to carry extra painkiller with me, extra Tylenol, because I ended up having a sore back after a while. It's just who I am. So I usually end up carrying extra Tylenol with me. Same thing with moleskin. I really don't like blisters, so I usually carry extra moleskin with me so I can make sure I take care of hot spots before anything happens. Same thing with sunscreen. If you're in a really hot environment, you're gonna be exposed to sun a lot, bring extra sunscreen. But in general, things that I listed out with the prices is pretty much gonna get you started for your kit. The next one, actually first off, should probably go with the cook kit, but this is sort of more of the miscellaneous items, is your spork, or your kind of camp spoon thingy that you use to eat all your meals with. So that could have gone with the FIREMAPLE stove, but I'm just putting it here instead. So for this one, I did the titanium long-handled spork. The long handle is because it's easier to kind of dig around inside your stove if you're eating out of your stove, and if you have backpacker meals that are in those baggies, something like that, it's also a lot easier to use a long-handled spork with those. You don't get your hand as dirty getting inside the bag to get your food. So I just like the long-handled version of any of these backpacking utensils. I think they're just a lot easier. So this titanium long-handled spork is the way that I would go. The next one is your headlamp. It's a Foxelli headlamp. So a lot of these items are sort of like the budget version of items that I would bring anyway, stuff like that. So I think you already understand that, but yeah, the Foxelli headlamp is one that I found for this one. I believe it was a 2-pack kit. So you only really need one, but if you're going with somebody else, you can just buy a 2-pack. Next is the power bank, or a brick, or energy charger, whatever you want to call it, but Anker is a really great brand. It's becoming a brand name of its own. I use Anker a ton when I go backpacking, so I picked the 20,000 mAh battery pack. Really quick way for you to understand how much of a battery pack you need is you can basically Google anything that you're using electronically, so your phone or anything like that, and you can look it up and say how much of a mAh battery is it? And then you just take that and divide it out of the battery pack. So if it's a 20,000 mAh battery and your phone takes 1,000 mAh to charge, then you know you have 20 charges, that sort of thing. So just do the math on your own and figure out what kind of power banks you need to bring with you to make sure that all your devices are charged and how many times. So there you go. The next one is one that I always bring on my trips, and I think some people kind of miss it, but I always bring a Paracord line with me that also has a little carabiner at the end. So I use that to hang a bear bag if I need to, or to dry laundry out, so I can basically create a clothesline. It's also good just kind of in more like emergency situations. It's just good to have some Paracord with you. So it's worth the wait to me, and it's such a multi-use, versatile kind of thing that I don't ever have a problem carrying it with me for like that little bit of extra weight to get all those uses out of it. So here's some Paracord as well. So all the items that I mentioned are actually in affiliate links that I've linked down in the description below. I do get a little kickback from Amazon if you use those links to purchase something, but it costs you nothing extra. So if you are going to order any of these items, go ahead and order through the link. It really helps me out. Thank you, I appreciate it. So the cool thing is that this kit that I just mentioned will get you on the trail for $600 or less. Right around that. I guess prices kind of change and vary as time goes on, but it's basically $600 or less to get you on the trail with this kit. Now this kit does not cover shoes or socks, like clothing. Basically, it doesn't cover any of your clothing, but it covers like the big basic essentials for your entire backpacking kit. So that's what I was trying to get you to get you started, get you on the trail for $600 or less. So that's what this kit will do. There are items that you're definitely going to want to improve over time. These are the budget version of a lot of other items, but this will get you on the trail and get you started, help you to see if you actually enjoy backpacking, if it's something you want to pursue long term, and it doesn't break your bank as much as going for those straight like ultralight items or lightweight items even, where you're just going to be spending thousands of dollars on a hobby or a passion that you might not even enjoy. So this is a great budget way to get on the trail without breaking your bank too much. So I've been listing the items and their cost as I went, but here's a final tally for you of the final cost of all of these items and the total right here for you. So I'm just gonna make sure I have that up on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about and that it equals right around $600. So there you go.